Okay, uh, those who have joined, we'll start up with our webinar. And this webinar is about Amazon ads for authors and publishers. And the focus is only on books. So we are not going to discuss anything other than books and how to optimize or set up ads uh, for the books. Okay, my little introduction before we proceed. Uh, those who have joined, we'll start up with our webinar. And this webinar is about Amazon ads for authors. Okay, so I have worked with almost now 200 plus authors, and many have become bestsellers. Uh, and this webinar is based on the data analysis of almost 200 plus Amazon ads accounts. And this webinar is specially designed for authors, publishers, KDP business owners, and Kindle marketing service providers like freelancers like me. So if you are any you take any of the category, then you can learn something from this data analysis. Okay, first we'll discuss the challenges for authors and publishers. Then understanding of Amazon algorithm is very much desired and very much needed to succeed as an author or publisher or marketing service provider. Then we'll discuss about Amazon ad types and data analysis. And then we'll have a Q&A session. Okay, let me remove this misconception about, uh, although the platform is same, mostly Amazon, but you cannot market a book like you do with products because there is a hell lot of difference between marketing a product or a book. So that's why there is a distinction, and that's why it also needs specialization in this field. Okay, the first problem for authors or publishers is there are so many questions and there is a lot of things to be done by the author or publisher themselves, and they are just in sort of maze and they cannot find their way towards, if not bestseller, uh, they are unable to find a way to a consistent seller also. So everyone who is in this, whether he is a author or he is a publisher, they all are in this for uh, to make some money or return on investment on their investment which they have done. So problem is that if you cannot make out the money which you have spent in production of the book or on marketing of the book, this model is not sustainable. So that's why there are many problems for authors, and we'll be discussing them one by one. Okay, the understanding of Amazon platform for marketing is must. Most of the authors, after spending a lot of time in researching and writing their book, they do a very shoddy job of marketing their books. Most of the authors claim that the books they have written, no one has ever written a book like this, and they might be true also in that sense. But you cannot sell a book on its content only because that is not visible. And I always talk to them and I tell them that I do not doubt that you do not have a good content. But problem is not with your content, it is the Amazon or any search engine algorithm. So without understanding of Amazon platform, you cannot succeed. At least you should have a beginner's knowledge how things work out. So you must understand that. Okay, many authors face this problem that they spend a lot of money on production of their books, and once it comes to marketing, they believe that somehow the content will get them to sell through. It does not happen like this. And also, the production cost which you have spent on your books cannot be recouped. It, the only money which you are going to spend on marketing that can be recouped. So, in order to succeed, you have to be very wise in spending money on production of your book or book publishing. So, there are many unnecessary uh, distractions. People go for some sort of online awards, competitions on websites which are taking money to give them some sort of award. Uh, that does not make any difference on sales. No one is going to buy that XYZ website have given award to this book unless it is New York Times or uh, USA Today. So otherwise, there is no value of spending money on those awards. Oh, okay. There is another type of authors or publishers. They spend a lot of money on launching a book. Launching is just first month marketing efforts. If you spend a lot of money or you pay someone, some book marketing agency, a lot of money to launch your book, then when it will, the 1 month will pass, then you will not have that much money available to continue with your ads. So the lack of consistency and patience means that it requires a lot of patience to market a book. You cannot market it, and you cannot become bestseller overnight or even in first few months. So it requires a lot of patience and consistency. You keep on working on your ads, and then you hit some magical combination after trying so many things. You hit that magical combination where you are selling books consistently and also getting paid in terms of royalties. Okay, the budget distribution, this is arbitrary, so do not go by the statistics, but generally people spend a lot of money, almost 65% in production of their books, and then 15% for uh, or 20% for their uh, book launch. And once it comes to marketing, they do not have sufficient funds available. Whether you are publisher or author, you must distribute ideally budget. I think that you should not spend a lot of money on publishing. I do not say that go for substantive publishing of the book, but do not publish the book in such a way that you are uh, finding it difficult to finance or provide marketing effort, a push. So be very wise. Reducing production cost is essential. Must reduce that so that you have a lot of money available for the marketing effort. Also, we have already discussed that the marketing effort you can also recoup that uh, money because you are spending on ads or marketing, and then you are also getting some sales. So spending a lot of money on fancy things uh, does not make your book bestseller. Rest assured. Okay, the most important part is understanding Amazon algorithm. So how it works? Okay, Amazon indexes relevant keywords with your book or product and ranks them along with other books and products. So every keyword which is relevant to your book is your book will be ranked on that keyword. It may be 140 or 180 or 200 to start with, but Amazon indexes the relevant keywords. So that is the most important part. Till the time you do not get indexed by Amazon for certain keyword, you will not be visible anywhere in the search engine. There are three types of ranking which Amazon uses. One is Amazon recommended, second is sponsored ranking, and third is organic ranking. The organic ranking is the most important, but we'll discuss other two also. Okay, the Amazon recommended. It is Amazon's recommendation after analyzing your title, subtitle, description, 7 keywords which you use while uploading your book on KDP, and rest assured it does not help you in any way in sales. But this gives you an idea what Amazon thinks about your book. So if your book is not, Amazon is not recommending relevant keywords, then there is a problem with your somewhat in any of the three things. So you have to look how Amazon sees, because till the time Amazon does not understand your book, what sort of book this is, they cannot show you in relevant searches. If you are not being shown in relevant searches, you are not going to get sales. So just I wonder that someone is searching book on leadership and your book does not show, how they are going to buy that. It is immaterial whether you show on first page or 27th page or 16th page. It does not matter. But first you have to get these things right. Okay, it is very important to train Amazon algorithm. I have already mentioned, and that you can do by these three things. And I'll show you how it is done. Okay, let's take an example. This book is not a great seller or a bestseller, but it was selling in some leadership category. So I picked that book just to demonstrate how Amazon thinks about your book. So the first part is Action-Packed Leadership. That is the title of the book. And rest, everything is subtitle, because we'll discuss importance of subtitles subsequently. So how Amazon think about this book? Now I have got these Amazon recommended on the left side. How Amazon thinks. See, Action-Packed Leadership. That is the title. So definitely it should rank higher. It is recommended higher by Amazon. Then see, Action-Packed Leadership. So now he has combined both Action-Packed Leadership with the authors. So actually you are giving them an idea what sort of your book is all about. They cannot read your book, or I don't think so that Amazon has this much capability to read your all book and then conclude this book I am going to show in these sort of search results. This is you, which you are giving them an option where to rank your or where to show your book. So if you do these things right, your book will show in the right places and you will get subsequent sales. But if you do not do this thing right, you are not going to get any sales. So this is the first thing which is very important. You have to understand this. Okay, then organic ranking. Organic ranking, already told, it's very important. There are 24 slots on the first page of Amazon search whenever you get search results. So you have to rank on page 1 for relevant keywords to get some sales. I will demonstrate over here that I search leadership books for teens, and the first 4 are organic results, sponsored results, and the last one, this fifth one, is organic results. So organically, this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, is ranked for this keyword, leadership books for teens, on page 1 at number 1 position in organic ranking. So once we check its organic ranking using the tools available, we can find that this is at number 2, but the ranking displayed now is not real time. It is the last 7 days. It was on second or first. So this gives you an idea where your book is being ranked, but this is not dynamic or not real time. So at least you will get some idea where this book is being ranked for certain keywords. So the whole marketing strategy is based on getting on page one for maximum relevant keywords, and that's how you generate the sales. Because once you start spending uh, your you start spending money on your ads, you also get boost in organic ranking. So ideally, once you start up with your ads, most of the sales will come from ads, and then slowly they will start getting sales organically. So how Amazon determine relevance according to a keyword? It's number of clicks you get. For example, we got 50 clicks for one keyword which was relevant. We got ranked at number 3 for one book, but we did not sell any book for on that keyword. And then also sales matter, but less, but you have to get some clicks. So if you someone search a term, they saw your book and they clicked, your organic rank will also get boosted. So the point which another point was the sponsored ranking. It is how Amazon sees your book in sponsored or the people who are running the ads, and there are 12 slots available on page one. So 24 slot organic and 12 slots for sponsored. It makes 36 slots overall. So the whole marketing strategy is for those 36 slots, but mostly for organic rank. Okay, so Amazon ads, if you do not have a lot of money, you are not going for social media ads, then Amazon ads is the best for you because the people are there to buy something. On Facebook, they may be searching for looking for news feed of their friends or family, but on Amazon, they are there with an intent to buy something. So that's why Amazon ads are most important. Also, spending is controlled because if even if you give $100 budget to Amazon, till the time your keywords are not ranked organically, sponsored, or Amazon recommended, it will not spend a lot of money. So if you are on a budget, best way to market your book is using Amazon ads. Okay, there are about $17 billion sales per annum for books only on Amazon. So if there are many people who think that uh, they can publish their book through Barnes and Noble or Google or Apple, but the biggest market remains Amazon remains the biggest market for books. Also, the Kindle facilitates purchases in a click, and once the people read their book without paying anything, you also get paid, but that is very less amount. So you should not bank on those. Okay, before you start up ads, you should optimize your book sales page. And we have already discussed about subtitle. The descriptions, first three lines are very important because most of the people are accessing your uh, book sales page through mobile. So in first three lines, if you cannot make an impact, they are not going to buy your book. So you have to answer two questions in first three lines. One is the what benefit buyers are going to get from the book. We are talking about the benefits, not the features. And what is unique about this book, which is not there in all other books in same. For example, weight loss book. If there is a weight loss book and it is a cookbook, so maybe if you're telling them in first three-line description that there are 100 recipes, that is a feature, not a benefit for buyer. But if you're telling him or her that you're going to lose 10 kg in 10 days with these recipes, that is the benefit which they are looking for. Also, you have to show that how your book is not just like another book. So choose appropriate words for that. And pricing is also important. You cannot be above market price or you cannot sell a book for an unknown author for $60. Maybe you get one odd sale, but it is not going to happen. Mostly, it is under 10 or at least under $20, unless it is a very specialized subject. Okay, then the category selection is also important because you do not want to compete in the highly competitive categories, just like keywords. So just go for, there is a category, then there is a subcategory, then subcategory, then maybe subcategory. So if you go down the level in the categories, you will get less competition. And Amazon shows only the last part of the category on the book sales page. So if you are being ranked in leadership for teens at 10 in top 10, you may get sales because the buyer would look at this stat and he will say that okay, it is in top 10, I should buy it. But if you are trying to rank in leadership category, maybe you are at 2,304. So no one is going to buy that book. So this is just more of psychological about category selection. And also, once you get a bestseller in some category badge, it is an honor for an author also, and you can put that in your marketing effort also that now this book has become bestseller. That's why you see a lot of book bestseller or best-selling authors on Amazon. Also, I believe that we have tried with all marketplaces, and banking on one marketplace is disastrous because USA, there's no doubt that the biggest market is US market, but the problem is that it is also highly competitive. So you go for UK, that is the probably second highest, biggest market for English speaking people. Then it's Canada, Australia, and even Germany. I have experience. We have marketed English books, and they sell well because probably 54% of people in Germany understand English. So English books have got good market in Germany also. So you may be running on loss in USA, but you may be making profit in UK or Germany or Canada. So that's why, at least for English books, focus on these five markets is necessary. Although I marketed the books in France, Spain, uh, they also sell English books, have some market, but you cannot bank on those. You have to master US, UK to sell your book in consistent numbers. Okay, now the sales sequence is normally once you run ads, first you start getting impressions, then clicks, and then sales. So if you're not getting impressions, you're not targeting it correctly. If you're not getting clicks, you are not bidding high because there's a lot of competition, and then you will get some sales. So must troubleshoot your ads like this. Have a look at impressions and clicks, and then sales will come. Okay, there is an option in every ad. In every ad group, you can add up to 1,000 keywords or ASINs. And I've seen people putting exactly 1,000 keywords. The problem with that approach is Amazon is not going to give impression to 1,000, even if you have put in those keywords or it. So you are wasting a lot of research keywords in an ad where they are not, they are just invisible. So that's how I think that you should not go for this option. And also, with 1,000 keywords or ASINs in one ad, it becomes a nightmare to manage those bids and etc. if you are going forward. So do not do this. And also, this reduces your ads relevance, which Amazon requires for ads to show for relevant keywords. Already, we have experimented it. Maybe 20% means hardly 150 to 200 will get some impression, and hardly 50 keywords will get clicks. So do not waste your energies and time in putting in this much number of targets. I have worked with 40 to 50, although many Amazon ads masters about the books, they say 100 to 150, but I would prefer to go with 40, 50 is better for me. It has worked for me. So do not put more than 40 to 50 keywords. Also, just go for one ad group, because if in any campaign there are more than one ad groups, Amazon itself distributes the budget. So you lose your leverage, and maybe you do not want that your budget going to one ad group only. So if you want to create two ad groups, it is better to launch another campaign with that ad group. So do not use more than one ad group. Okay, once you set up the ads, you have to do research, because you do not want to throw your money. And we have discussed that there are 5% of sales overall on Amazon is about the books. So if someone is saying that who is who is running a Amazon store, he's selling some product, and he's saying, okay, 6,000 search volume is minimum required uh, to be to for a product to be feasible for launching on Amazon. So that does not work for the books, because if you see that if 5% is total, so even 300 searches per month are acceptable, or 150 are also available once you are targeting ads. So whenever I set up the ads, I go for minimum to 150 searches per month, which means that 5 searches per day, and that's enough for the books. And that this data, which I have mentioned above, is about US market, which is the largest one. So if you will go to UK, you may hardly find any keyword relevant to your book at 150 searches per month. So you have to adjust accordingly in different marketplaces. Normally, authors use Publisher Rocket. That is one of the best app for this one. But Helium 10 gives you more flexibility in looking at the data. You can always go to trends.google, because uh, although the books should not be a seasonal thing, but they are sort of seasonal because of various events. Maybe before Valentine's Day, you will see rise in sales of romantic books. Whenever it's near Christmas, many people would like to gift their kids and beloved ones with the gift which is relevant to their Christmas. Someday there is a Black Friday sale. Someday there is a International Women Day. So you have to look on what the trends are telling you about the targeting option. So you must optimize your ads accordingly. You can create new campaigns for specific events. Okay, you can search for the seasonality using Helium 10, and it has more data available than trends on Google, and also Rocket Publisher does not give you that much data. So always see the data. That will, if you see the trend of the keywords and then see your sales, then you will get a fair idea what is working and why it is not working. You can see this keyword which I searched, leadership for teens. It was at peak in somewhere in January 2021. Then it nosedived, and in January 2022 it was at lowest level, and now it's still rising. So if you decided to release a book on teen leadership after looking at the search volume in January 2021, it is not going to work. So you have to be very dynamic once you're targeting your ad. Excuse me. Okay, so you have a book. I am giving you a live example case study. I am marketing a book about face reading. But problem with face reading is its search volume is very less, maybe 150 or 200. Today I checked it. Face reading is not getting any search volume data on US. So then you distribute your advertising campaigns into different themes. For example, I discussed with the author, and then we started targeting the keywords and products related to interpersonal relationship, recruitment interview, then jury selection, especially in US, then body language. It is a bigger category than face reading. Uh, I analyzed this thing. Probably face reading market cap for a month was hardly $8,000 sales, while for body language there were three times more than. So maybe some part, because I am marketing this book, this is selling on face reading in US, but in body in UK it is selling on keywords and ASINs relevant to body language. So this is how you break down your targets into different themes and set up ads for those themes. And once you have set up the ads, then you will come to know which theme works better for your book, and then focus on those. Uh, by focus, I do not mean that you stop ads for other themes, because trends can change. For example, during the COVID-19, the books about remote work got more exposure, and people started searching about the remote work. So that's why I think that you should keep those ads, but you can reduce their budget, focusing on more on these. And that's why you should always have this thing in mind that anytime dynamics can change, and the ads historical data is also important for Amazon. For example, you had good deal of data available for in one ad, and you are trying to put all the successful keywords in that in another keyword in another ad, then it will become a problem, because Amazon also sees the data uh, historical, so it will give more exposure. So bidding strategy is very clear. Sorry, uh, you should always start with dynamic and down only. Those who have run the ads know there is an option in bidding strategy, and up and down dynamic you use once you have achieved and optimized your ads with low ad cost of sale. Okay, so here is strategy of uh, about aggressive ads. One of the authors used to spend $400 a day just to get her book ranked in bestsellers in few days. That worked in a way that in 10 days she spent about $4,000. Her book was ranked on page one and bestseller, but she could not last more than 10 days. So that's why once I said that you need a lot of patience and consistency. That means that you have to be very wise in spending your money. So if she would have spread her $4,000 on 12 months, probably she would have achieved better results than she got in 10 days. So always adopt that strategy, which do not go for aggressive ads where you increase the bid even more than the suggested one, and you also go for uh, placement ranking also, placement bidding also. So just do not do that. This does not work for long. Then there is a very defensive strategy. Many authors which I have met, they are afraid to spend more than 50 or $100 a month. So maybe you are getting some sales. Maybe with $50 you are getting sales of $150. But that does not mean that if you will increase it to $100, you will get $300 sales. So that is not even a strategy, because you are just waiting for someone to click on your ad and get to a sale. So that does not work well. And there is a optimized ad strategy which I always follow and I always recommend whenever I am in uh, working with some author. I just ask him or her to give at least 3 months, because in first month you are setting up ads, then you are analyzing the results, and then you are further setting up the ads. So this process keep on going for next 3 to 6 months till the time you achieve the sales which are consistent also and at low cost. This is long term strategy, and this works very well. The all most of the time, I think probably 99% of authors which became the bestseller, uh, we followed this strategy. So that's why it requires patience, because uh, in 1 month you may get maybe $100 sale. So in next month you are increasing that. So that has worked always very well for me. Okay, the bids. Amazon suggests a lot of bids. Um, I will show you. I have even I am bidding on $7 per click, but it is better to start with very meager bids like 0.30 or 0.35 for praise and exact for zero point 0.4. Because if you will start with higher bids, Amazon would like that you should spend more on these bids, and they will not give you sales at lower cost. So try with the always start with lowest bids, let the system work, and then see the result. If you will go for the Amazon suggested bid, they are not optimized for books, especially. So that's why I think you should not go for more than. Second point is, I'll show you in an example. Higher bids does not translate into sale. Just for layman, just understand that if I am willing to pay $1 per click for a particular keyword, and you are Amazon, why you would give me sale at zero point 0.2 in an auction which is taking place real time? Because they know that there is another author which is not willing to spend more than 0.20. So they will probably give him the sale and they will give me sale at 0.5 or $0.6. So why to give Amazon this much leverage? Just start with the lowest bids and you will come to know. I'll show you how you can see your bids. If you're not getting clicks, then you should increase bid, but you should not go for more than uh, zero point 0.4. But sometimes, yes, you have to go for even $7 bid if it is your book's title or your author name. You have to defend those keywords. You would not never like that someone types in your title and there is some other book on the top. So, okay, this is about the bids. An example: book one is $25 price and $15 royalty is going to author and $10 Amazon's commission, and it generates 10 sales for a particular keyword, which can be any. We are following the example of leadership book 14. So let it be that keyword, and Amazon is actually getting $100 with 10 sales. But the book two is $10 in price, $5 royalty, and $5 Amazon commission, and it's generating more sales. In turn, Amazon is getting more profit. So even if the book one starts bidding $10 for that keyword, why Amazon would give you sale for that? So that is simple mathematics and business from Amazon's point of view. Okay, if you are an author of fiction book, then you must consider uh, custom text ad, because I picked up these few examples. Uh, Maybe people are looking for some sort of book, but the custom text have some more text apart from its cover design and the title. So it gives more idea what this book is all about. Just see this one, the middle one, The Dark Side of Angel. A mother fights for her shattered family versus the CIA's deadliest operative in this small twisting thriller with a plot is that's terrifyingly real. So it gives some idea about the plot. But once we are searching non-fiction book, we understand. For example, I'm searching for solar-powered book, so I understand what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. So that's why sometimes the fiction ad need a custom text to explain a little more about your book than the non-fiction. Okay, now types of the ads. There are first generation ads, and I'll explain why they are first generation. Once you start up with the ads, I call them first generation ads. So you set up ads with all available options. But what are the limitation of Amazon ads is that you cannot target people by their interest, by their age, by their location, which is done on Google ads or Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads. So you target them by only keyword. So in order to cover all bases, you must set up an auto ad that gives Amazon an option by analyzing your book. They can pitch against some keywords. But if you start keywords ad along with auto ad, it will further assist Amazon ad, especially the auto ad, because Amazon sees that you are banking on these keywords, you're putting your efforts on these keywords. So automatically in auto ad, they will start pitching your uh, ad to on those keywords. So this is one way of training the Amazon system. Then you go for product targeting also, and sponsored brand ads are available, but you need to have at least 3 books for that. So I will not discuss about that in detail. In product targeting, we have two options. One is the category, which is the broad category we can target, and then the ASINs we can target, especially target about the books. It is better to have separate ads for category and ASINs because category will, if you put categories and ASINs together, then ASINs will not get impressions. And uh, those who know about ASINs, these are basically identification number for on Amazon. For any book which is released, there are ISBN and then ASIN for ebook. So I have put it ASIN, but you can call it ISBN also. So you are targeting the category, the larger category, and then ASINs also. Then in keyword, I always prefer to start with broad and phrase. Then I use author's name and book titles also. So this covers at least whatever my understanding is that all bases, and most of the time people are searching for the book which is, maybe I'm searching for books like Stephen King. So if you are targeting Stephen King's name, your book is likely to show on that ad. Also, if you are targeting book titles, maybe I am targeting Da Vinci Code. So if someone types books like Da Vinci Code, maybe your book will show on that. So that's why it is important to have the first generation ads set up like this, and then we'll go to the second generation ads. So here we are with the first generation ads, and in ASIN also there are now two types of ads which we can run. One is ASIN exact, and then is expanded. Expanded is just sort of variation of keyword ads in broad. So so broad means that ASIN expanded means that they are not sticking to those ASINs which you have put in, but they are also looking for relevant ASINs related to your book, which you have given as target. So first generation ad, the most important thing is you should get search terms data for from all the ads, because it will give you the exactly which phrase or term was used by someone. They saw your book and then purchased you. So we need to create the second generation ads based on these data. But it does not mean that you will stop first generation ads. So all the data from first generation ad will keep on feeding to second generation. And once, say, we have the third generation ads, which would be, we'll pick up the keywords or ASINs which are profitable for us to spend money and get sales at lower cost. So that would be the third stage. But you have to pass through these stages to reach at the third generation ad. You cannot short circuit this process. And if you will try to short circuit this one, you will lose a lot of money. So go sequentially. First generation ads, use the search term data, then set up second generation ad, then from those search term data, and you will keep on getting the data from first generation. Maybe dynamics change. Maybe it's near Christmas and people are searching Christmas related keywords. So so keep on experimenting with these and you will find a right combination. Okay, once you have set up the ads, there is a lot of data available, and most of the people commit this mistake that they do not see the whole data. Since I am doing the marketing, so I have to see all the data, and I'll show you how it matters. Okay, so many people are obsessed about ad cost of sales. Yes, you should be obsessed, but it does not mean that there is no other data available to check the metrics of your marketing. Okay, so you analyze the data and then optimize your ad for better results. So now I'm going to show many times you will find only this data, which is given on Amazon in default mode. Number of orders, spend or sales, and ACOS. ACOS means that with 16.68% means that you have spent $16 to get $100 sales. So this data is available, and this does not show the complete picture. Now I have adjusted the columns and I have included CTR, top of search impression. Just see. Basically, this metric is giving you an idea that the percentage of top of search impression, which campaign was eligible to receive and how much it received. So in nutshell, the greater this number, the better your targeting is. And relevantly, less than 5% is not a good one, but you can improve this with the data which you get from the ads. Then this is CTR, click through rate. It is basically ratio between how many people saw your ad and how many clicked on your ad. So if this number is low, rest assured your ACOS will be higher because you are not showing it to the relevant people. You are putting your ads to very broad audience. So have a look at the CTR, and this data is available. You just have to enable this column. Okay, ACOS we have already discussed, and everyone desires his ACOS to be less than what he is spending on that. But sometimes you have to spend more than what you are getting in terms of sales. Maybe the niche is highly competitive, like leadership, like real estate, like self-help. These are highly competitive. So maybe you have to spend a lot of money to get sales. And always use total ACOS, as already discussed, that there would be sales from ads, and add those sales with organic sales, which we do not show in this dashboard. So you will see on KDP dashboard, there were 20 sales, 10 sales were from ads and 10 sales from organic. So when you start the ads, you also start seeing rising your organic sales. So just calculate total ACOS so that you have a better idea. Cost per click is very important. If you will bid very high on some keywords, unless they are very relevant and you want to rank on those. Otherwise, just see that if you are getting a $5 royalty and it takes 10 clicks to sell your book, so if your average cost per click is more than $0.5, you are not making money. You are losing a lot of money. So one metric which is not given but you can calculate yourself is how many clicks did it get to get you some sales. Ideally it should be less than 10. Just see here. there are 11 clicks and 3 orders. It means nearly 4 clicks per sale. Then 35 and 3, it means 12. So you have to adjust some of your targeting. This is not good one. 50 and 4, 33 and 3. So this is one of the way that you can analyze your ad, whether it is relevant or not. Less clicks, if it is more than 10 clicks, then you should see your targeting, revisit it, and remove some keywords which are redundant or not relevant, and then put in some more keywords which are relevant. Okay, so whenever ads start getting sales, your organic ranking starts improving, more sale organically, and that's why I said that you must calculate total ACoS. So ideally, once your ads are optimized, your ads for the first time you have set up, all the sales will come from ads. When you keep on optimizing your ad, first gen, second gen, third gen, then it may go up to 20/80, which is the ideal combination. It means that 20% sales come from ads and 80% coming from organic sales. But you cannot achieve this without running ads. Rest assured, because Amazon likes that you should spend money on ads. The second thing is that if you reach this stage of 20/80 or 30/70, and if you think that you can stop your ads and still get sales, then you are badly mistaken. Why Amazon would like that you should stop your ad? They would like you should keep on spending more and more money. Okay, so already mentioned, reaching this ratio without ads is impossible unless you are a celebrity, because I've seen the books of Will Smith, Matthew Perry, President Joe Biden became bestseller even without any marketing, because they are well-known figure. But 99% of us are not well-known people, so we have to go through this whole system of setting up ads and marketing our. Adding negative keywords is very important, or negative product, but be very mindful, because one keyword may be negative in this month, may not be losing you money in the next month. So do as a last resort, but do not put a lot of keywords. I have set up many ads where I have put up in 100 keywords, which I thought that they should not be, our ad should not be seen for those keywords. Those were negative keywords. But problem is that once, especially for products, if you have set up negative products, it becomes very difficult to then see each and every product, why I put that in negative, and whether I should remove it or not. So this is the negative side of putting negative in your ad. Yes, same holds for good for keywords getting sales. So you have set up first gen ad, you took out search terms, then you set up second generation ads. Maybe some stage come that your keywords which were getting sales are not getting sales, or they are becoming very costly because there is another competitor. So he's spending also money on that. So then you have to make choice that whether you want to continue with this keyword or product, or you have to stop. You do not want to exhaust your money on those keywords. Troubleshooting ads, no impressions means not relevant targeting. Search for relevant target option. Getting impression but no clicks. Bid is too low, but do not increase it so much that uh, I use one time one of the keyword I used with $9 cost per click, the bid, and it started losing a lot of money. For only 3 clicks we spent $27. So if it is not getting sales, then it is useless. Impressions and plus click but no sale, then go and optimize your book sales page, because people are looking at your ad, they are clicking on it, and somehow once they visit your book sales page, they do not buy. So there is some fault lying over there, which can be the subtitle or first 3 lines of description, or maybe it's too pricey for them. You can follow my channel on Amazon KDP, and also on LinkedIn. We are live on LinkedIn, and also website is going to be in place in few days because we are changing server. On A to Z Publishing, we intend providing everything less proofreading and editing to authors, including the marketing, because that is our main job as book marketing agency. So now I'm open for